Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dying on Mars. Basically, is what this is. The game's called Surviving Mars, but let's be serious here. We don't know if they're going to live. Water production is an issue, obviously. And of course, large water tanks started to deteriorate. The water tank here is basically what's keeping the farms going. It's the only one actually producing stored water in it. Well, actually storing stored water. But yep. Colonist just died of starving. Yeah. And we've still got a little over, well, almost 2 days of this dust storm, so I don't know if we're going to live. I'm going to move to speed 3 because I'm crazy like that. And we'll see. Oh, look, another dead colonist.
Colonist deaths are a worrisome trend which cannot be ignored.
Yep. Oh, good. Just another electric shock on the
reported.
dome. That's fantastic. Okay, so the dust area is another dead colonist. We got 3 dead colonists right then. It just
Cable fault reported.
It's starvation, obviously. So the farm here is about to get a crop. 22 food will feed, I think, everybody. If I'm doing the math, no, not quite everybody. Almost though. Assuming, of course, it actually pulls off here. It's a specialist.
A colonist has died.
A dead one. I mean, if I feed any of the living ones after a while.
Sector scanned.
Starvation's not a good way to go. Another 2 dead colonists on top of the ones I already just saw. This is not good at all. Okay, come on. Give me the harvest. Give me the freaking harvest. He didn't work overtime for the harvest. That means the harvest is going to decrease, and we won't even see him for another soul.
Pipe leak reported.
The hell
A
just happened there?
colonist has died.
Oh, I think we... Okay, I did actually get the harvest done. Oh, people are going in saying, feed me now.
Resources are low.
That's totally fair. Yeah, they're just eating it right out of the field.
A colonist has died.
And that still wasn't everybody. Yeah, that's not surprising. We're getting a lot of dead colonists. Fortunately, we're not doomed yet. So, okay, so what makes a failed colony? What's the criteria
Cable fault reported.
for calling a colony failed? Because technically you can always bring in more colonists, right?
Pipe leak reported.
But there comes a certain point we have to realize that maybe what we've done today is, or what we've done over the course of several episodes, I should rather say, is just dumb. We have not done well. And so the smart thing to do is to pack up and move somewhere else. Like, it's always been my fear.
Cable fault reported.
Ever since I learned of the possibility of colonizing Mars, it's been my fear that the first people we send up there in real life are going to die. Because you see the pattern. I mean, even when... Oh, and a suicide too. That's... Okay. Dima, I'm sorry. But you see that pattern even on Earth, where the first colony is not necessarily gonna work out. I mean, the only reason why the colonists from the Mayflower managed to make things work is because the natives came by and said, hey, we realized you guys are stupid children who came over here in a rush and didn't prepare properly, you morons, because we don't want to see you suffer and die. Here's some food. And that's, start of Thanksgiving, theoretically. I mean, that's a story. I don't know if that's actually true. But it sounds about right. So they would have totally died if it wasn't for the natives, right? I forget even what tribe that is. And that's horrible of me, and I'm sorry. What tribe was that?
Cable
But anyway.
fault reported.
Anyway. I mean, theoretically, a Martian colony will have some semblance of... I want to say order to it. That's not quite right, but... Oh, we are so doomed. Okay. I mean, we could just keep on keeping on, right? If everyone dies, then everyone dies. But that's not quite going to happen. We're definitely going to go down to 50. The food is just going to be an issue. But once we get to a certain point, I don't know what that point is, but once we get there, then we will no longer have any shortage problems whatsoever. We're just not there yet. Could bring in more people. I don't think more people are going to help this right now. I mean, yeah, okay, one guy running a farm by himself, that's definitely a recipe for disaster. There's a reason why he's
Cable
down
fault
to
reported.
8 food yield on wheat, which should be much, much larger than that. Should be 17. So somehow he's lost 10 food yield. Now, granted, it's a non-specialist.
Sector
doing this right
scan.
now.
Anomaly found.
I mean, he's working hard, which is good, but his morale is down. That can't help. Also, non-specialist. She doesn't even have the working hard bonus, so fuck me, I guess. And you're also working by yourself. He's disillusioned because he's a renegade. He's a renegade. He's working the farm. How does that even... What? I thought if they were renegades, they no longer worked. Huh. Who would have guessed it? I mean, the water tower being here is good, but this is also all of our food production. Eggs, meat basket. Yeah, these guys are not doing well either. I mean, they could be doing worse, but not by much. Oh, man. And we don't have a harvest coming for a little while. People are going to starve to death. Okay, no. I've screwed this up. I've totally screwed this up. The power, I think, is actually in a good spot. We're good there.
Crop failure reported.
Machine parts, we're actually totally good. Fuel, we're good. And concrete, we're okay.
Research complete.
But everything else is foobar. I think it might be time to call it on this colony. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I hate to do that, like, 7 minutes into the episode, but... Because I don't know how we'll make this work.
Cold wave approaching.
Oh, and a cold wave. Right, because this area also does cold waves. Now, fortunately... Right, we have subsurface heaters. It'll use a hell of a lot of power, but we have subsurface heaters. It's totally fine. We have enough batteries. Okay, so like the battery and power situation, I think we have figured out mostly. Right, you're full up or something? Yeah, okay. Oh, because the dump rock. The dump rock's totally full. You're right. You're right. The cold areas, I mean, we've learned a lot, right? We've learned how cold works. We've learned how power works for the most part, I think. How the batteries work during a cold wave. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of curious to let it sit here for the cold wave just to see what happens. Crop failure is kind of disturbing. We're going to see a lot of deaths. I think we're actually going to drop below 50 because of the way this works. And the soy maybe will help. We're at least a day away from a harvest in all these. Right, the weak failure. Yeah, that was a crop failure there. And another call. Okay, no, we're losing too many colonists. Yeah, I'm calling it. I'm calling it audible. Calling it audible. Main menu. That's too bad. I think that colony had promise, but unfortunately I went for too high difficulty level. Okay, well. And we might still be able to work if we... what? That's a good question. If we what? What would solve the problem there? So obviously... change our logo. There you go. Who's going to be our sponsor? I'm an international Mars Mister. We wonder if we could do a very easy sponsor or an easy sponsor. Let's just do like Europe because I like Europe. It's my favorite one because you gain funding every time tech is researched. I like that. Isn't there another one that does? Let's see, what does this do? Building cost reduced by 20%. Right, unlocks the medium dome to begin with. Well, the thing is, though, you don't have the building materials. Even with building costs reduced by 20%, that's not actually that much. Drone start with additional drones and 50% cheaper advanced resources, which are the... Okay, yeah. That's pretty good. You know what? I think we'll go difficulty normal. Let's do Europe. I'll just like them too much. Plus, the research per soul is great. Okay, commander profile. I think I like rocket science. I like the shuttles. Anything better we can do here? Deep scanning. In gardens is junk, but the comfort decorations is not too bad. Sensor powers no longer require power. Okay. Oh, politicians starts with March patents. That's tempting. It's tempting. Behavioral shaping for the sanatorium spire. Honest lifespan is increased. Oh, you know what? We could go crazy. Yeah, with the doctor, we could go crazy with the number of Martian born. Means we need Martian universities all the sooner. That might have actually doomed our last colony. I could not do Martian university because I didn't have the electronics. Okay. Okay, no, we can do that. And we're gonna do Mars Gate, because that's what we were doing before. We just never actually got there because we were too busy trying to survive. We'll try to actually get there this time. Okay. I mean, Doctor could work, City Mayor could work. Don't require upkeep left often. I kind of like that, and the $2 billion additional starting funding. Autonomous hubs is also pretty good. Fuel production increased by 25%, and our ecology for residential spire. It's also pretty good. I mean, especially if we're gonna get shuttles. I mean, who knows when we're gonna get shuttles? No, I think inventor or doctor. I mean, this lets us just build out hubs with no power and no maintenance. We don't always get that breakthrough, so that's a pretty big breakthrough to have. The other ones are stuff that we would get normally over the course of the tech tree, so I think this is where we're going to go. Okay, so this is a lot of everything, basically. I'm going to go ahead and ask our bot here to give me a random follower name here. Alright, Angel Frozen Beats, you've been selected. And that's what we're going to call this guy. There you go. Alright, it says 0 kilograms left over in this cargo. Let's see if we can fix that. Like orbital probe. I'm actually going to drop all the orbital probes. A little scary, but I think that's reasonable. Only one drone hub. We don't need a Starling generator. Give me a second drone. Oh, we need a second moisture operator too. Well, we can always call in another shuttle, right? Right, we can call in another shuttle. Yeah, I mean, we want some of these too, but I think this is fine for now. Definitely the RC Explorer. A transport would be really, really dope. So I'm gonna do it as soon as they let me. Oh wow, that's not gonna work. We need at least 2 drones. I need. Okay, what's our? I guess let's do a transport instead. There you go. And actually, I need. It's 5 more tons of electricity. I'm assuming these are tons. Polymers we could theoretically make ourselves. It'll take a bit, but we can get there. We definitely need another shuttle, another rocket rather. We'll definitely do that, but we'll figure out that later. Okay, landing spot. This is where most of the challenge is going to be. And I don't see anything much over 400. It's about where we were before. Oh, wait, that was 450 before. I didn't even see that. If I can get somewhere around 450... not a lot of concrete, decent amount of metal, ton of water. Meteor storms, which isn't too bad. We survived meteor storms before. Dust devils are freaking annoying. But they're not as bad as dust storms. Yeah. I mean, it's only 455. Topography is steep. Okay, so we're going to see a lot of variations in well, in topography, really. We're going to see a lot of ups and downs, a lot of valleys, a lot of plateaus. Could be even mountains that we can't even build on. I don't know, that low on concrete, I'm a little worried. I prefer at least 2 pips in concrete. Let's see, that's 400%. Only 1 pip in water, but that might be okay. A lot of dust storms. Not really wild about that. Cold waves are difficult, but not impossible. Topography is relatively flat. Well, they say that. But is it, though? We'll look at anything under 400, I think. Which is not a lot here. 405. Okay, not a lot of water. A huge amount of dust storms and cold waves seem to be the thing. Well, first it was dust devils, obviously. Dust storm is just going to kill our, well, productivity. They're going to kill our resources. Generally a bad time. What we could do is go back. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Not what I meant to do. It's okay. Start a new game. The main difficulty looks like it's going to be... Oh, you know what? The game rules would totally do it. Yeah. Okay. We totally didn't even set any game rules, so let's do the same things. We set the game rules. That's where most of our difficulty is going to lie in. And let's do adventure, because that's what we're looking for. Okay, so all of our difficult stuff is down here. So, sure, let's go Twisters, because it's not terrible, but it might be bad. We'll see. Also, let's see. Long ride, inflation, hunger. So no bringing in food, and anything we do bring is going to be increased over time. Do not like dust storms. You know what? Meteor rating to max. Yeah, let's do meteor rating to max and dust devil to max. So both of those aren't too bad. I think that's workable. Amateurs will kill us. Right, that's just stupid. Oh, it's funny if we have both of those together. That's not going to work. Okay, that's 540 by itself. But okay, so let's take away inflation. It's 490 by itself. That's even before we start picking a location. Location's going to add another, what, 40% at least? Yeah, I mean, that'll bring us back to 520. Is that what we want? Okay, let's get rid of hunger then. Let's get rid of hunger. Wow, that was easy. Okay, guys. Hunger problem's been solved. Just so you know. That's great. Okay, so more applicants is not necessarily bad. That'll decrease us down to 360. Or we get rid of it, and then we're, I don't know. The difficulty challenge seems to be bouncing, so I don't understand. Okay, so go back. Okay, we're at 410. That makes sense. So there we go. Armageddon for the meteor rating. Long ride for the long travel time. Twister for the dust devils. Which shouldn't be too terrible, I think. And the last war. Okay, so that's okay. We need to reset this again, unfortunately. Sorry, but the transport's more important than the explorer. I know, the explorer is important. But we can't fit both of them in the same... Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Wait a second. Drone hub. Right, we get... Oops. Angel. Frozen beets, name of this. Not betas. Beets. Totally different. Same letters, different order. Makes all the difference. And now when we select a spot... Yeah, okay, now we're back to 400s. Okay, no matter where we are. Okay, so everywhere is going to be dust devils and meteors max. We just have to make sure that the dust storms and cold waves are always at 1 pip. Prefer metals to be at all 4 pips? Yeah, like so. We make concrete 3 pips like so. That's also good, but that's a lot of dust storms. I don't want to deal with that. Let's see. There's got to be a good, solid spot here. What if we take these spots? Let's see. Metals are decent. Dust storms are low. Difficulty challenge is only 415, but I'll totally take it. Oh, that's 500. Why is that 500? That's a good question. Nobody really knows. Because the concrete's low, maybe? It would be difficult to do this without concrete unless we get really lucky on the research tree, which we could. That's 465. Why is this 500? Maybe because the topography is rough? That doesn't make any sense to me, though. But, I mean, the metals are lower here, but it's also a lower difficulty. I don't understand at all the difficulty. You know what, though? I might go for the 500. So that's Xanthi Alpha. Trying to remember that. You're at 420, 465, 455, 420, 420. Make your cannabis jokes here. 460, 460, 415, 500. Nope, that's the only one. Xanthi Alpha is the only 500 one. We could go random anywhere else, but I don't know. 2 pips for concrete is... It's not horrible. It's workable. What if we move around here? Any good 3 pip areas? Oh yeah, there we go. Only 2 pips for metals, though. Can we get 2 pips? Can't have, at least not in this area, can't have 2 pips for metals and 2 pips for other stuff, okay? So we go north, we're going to see a lot of cold waves. It's going to happen. If we go south, though, those cold waves disappear somehow. I don't know. South Pole isn't a thing, I guess? Oh, there it is. Dust storms at Rutherbury. Okay, there's a lot of water, not a whole lot of metal down here. Let's see. Well, not a whole lot of concrete either. Yeah. Maybe Xanth is just a good place to be. Alright, guess we're going for Xanth. Xanth Alpha. We're going to start with you. 500%. A little difficult, to be sure. Especially with the max dust devils and meteor showers. But we've dealt with meteor showers before. We had our last successful colony was with meteor showers.
Welcome to Mars.
I think we're going to do okay. So they want us to start up here. I'm not going to fight it. I kind of hate it, though, because it's very sealed off. This ridge right here presents a problem. Yeah, it does. But there is concrete, there is rare metals, there are rare metals, one of those. Yeah, basically it just means that our next colony spot, and I'm hoping there's also going to be metal somewhere around here. Okay, this spot here has a good chance to contain metals, that's good. Nothing else does, though. Don't like the buildable areas, which are definitely in the low 30s and 20s. Wow. And 7% buildable area. Yeah, so not at all there, then. Concrete and metals could be here. That's good. Okay, so good chance for a metal deposit there. I'm hoping for a metal deposit. Only 50% buildable area, but we can maybe make that work. I don't know, I kind of like these areas better, but this whole topography is rough. That's why this is difficult, probably. Okay, well, select a sector scan. I guess if we start here, it could work out for us. We will need a passage pretty early on. Need a couple of passages, right? Build a colony down here somewhere. I'm assuming there's going to be a good spot. And then a colony up here somewhere. But we need at least 2 passages. It's going to be a lot of resources. But maybe that's okay. Maybe the benefit for doing something like this with the rough topography is that we get a lot of good resources. Maybe like this deposit's like really good. I don't know if that's true or not. Is it? 308, that's actually pretty light. Don't rare metal deposits usually go in the 500s. That's not fantastic. Or where else do we build? I don't know. I have no idea where concrete is. Yeah, we could be in a bad spot for concrete, right? Remember, we're only what, 2 pips? So, even at only 469. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, 469 concrete. Maybe we want to exploit this as much as possible. Yeah, okay, so we'll land here. What I should do, before anything, set for research. So, okay, we can do the hydrostructural fibers. No. The farms, though. Farms are totally something I want. Polymer factory is totally something I want. Cargo space is probably a good idea. Drone hub's constructed with 2 additional drones. That's for explorers. I don't care about that, so let's do this one. Autonomous sensors, good idea. Crowdfunding gets an extra $1 billion, or engineers and geologists. Those are going to be our first colonists, I think. So, or actually botanists are, but still. The money's probably not a bad idea. We have $4 billion in the bank now. That makes it 5, right? So, sure, why not? Okay, and no outsourcing this time. I think that may have actually also killed us last time. Alright, so... Rocket, we know... Oops, hold on. Up here. Right, not a whole lot of space there. Wow, that is tiny, tiny deposit of concrete. Okay, where are we going to land the rocket? How about down here, I guess? Face it that way, and yeah, basically there. No, we need to be in the way of the... Yeah, there we go. Need at least be able to see the concrete. Nothing else. And then the little drones can grab everything around here for the metal. We should make power, if only for the daytime. And we'll just set this up along this side, I suppose. Here, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So 3 should be enough for now, and put in power cables. And then the sensor tower. What do we got? And of course, don't forget the drone hub should probably cover a very similar area, and since it doesn't need power, we don't need to worry about it. Let's go ahead and put you here for now, I guess. Or, yeah, here. Alright, let's go on to speed 3. Research going to tick. Right, we need a sensor spot to scan, so I guess we'll just start scanning around there. We'll hope for that. And then we'll loop our way around. Okay. Okay, they're going to build up everything. That'll be great. We have more drones because we have the drone hub built. It was a prefab, so that's not too surprising. We should probably make a Universal Depot. Eventually I'll learn where everything is. I just haven't learned it yet, somehow. So, yeah, sure, why not? Here, Universal Depot, then get me metals deposit there. And a concrete deposit, rather. Over here. And then we should probably make the concrete extractor now. Which is production, concrete extractor. Okay, don't sit on the deposit. That's always a mistake I make. Oh, you're right, because it would cover up the... Okay, so we need it, like, right there, I guess. So it is going to take 2 concrete extractors to make this thing, but that's okay. That will work out eventually. So you can have power going from here all the way over... And then it just needs to turn at the right point, which looks like there. Yeah, I was right. What do you know? Okay, and then of course a battery might not be a bad idea, but that does take... That takes polymers, and it's not important that it works during the nighttime, so we'll just leave it for now. In the meantime, the drones are going to do their bounce back and forth for the metals, and that should be okay. Oh, dump rock. Right, we need a spot for dump rock. Just dump off right around here. There we go. Lots and lots of dump rock spots for you. Okay. That is not a concern anymore. So now you can't do anything yet. Not until... I mean, we could... This couldn't hurt, right? Go over here. Grab it all. Come over here. I mean, the other drones are doing it too, but this guy might do it a little bit faster, and it theoretically frees up the drones to do other stuff.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Okay. And that is not the metal I was looking for. Not even a little bit. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. Yeah, it said chance of metals. I guess I should have realized that's chance of loose metals on the surface rather than a metal deposit. That is a problem. Okay, well, what do we do with that? Maybe it means we just sit here and scan and do nothing else. Let the research tick. Let everything tick. And we'll do nothing else and just sit here. And just wait. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. In the meantime, go ahead and grab all that metal and bring it back here. Thank you. Obviously, it's not ideal. We are a little outpost in the wilderness. Purely a sensor scan outpost. Well, since we're building... Yeah, since we're making the research for the sensor scans to be autonomous anyway, which will eventually happen, then why don't we just go ahead and build another sensor tower? One requires one maintenance in the meantime, which I think is totally fine. Or one, why don't we go ahead and build like 3 of these? We have the metal. I'm feeling okay with that. And then we can maybe prioritize the autonomous sensors above everything else. Because what does it matter, right? Yeah, let's do that. That'll help. And then build in the ones we had specified before, like so. So the colonists are not coming here.
Sector scanned.
Definitely not.
Anomaly found.
Oh, there's the metal. Okay, we do have metal here. Not very much, but I'll take it. Okay, that was weird. It's because, yeah, I was down on this one rather than up here. Okay, that's very confusing, but okay, sure. And an extra concrete deposit, too, which is not too shabby. So that means the domes probably go here. Because we definitely want the rare metal pickup, and we definitely want that pickup. Yeah, it's going to be 2 domes. There's no way one dome can handle both of these. But we like building them in triangles anyway. So that's fine. It's a lot of spare polymers. Well, by a lot, I mean 5. But that's a lot for a polymer deposit. More than you usually get. How's your power doing? You should probably power up as soon as you drop this stuff off. Okay, that's not nearly as scary as going out and saying, oh yeah, we totally want to put a colony here instead. I mean, it might happen, but we'll see. Okay, go over here. Nope, go over here. I mean, you're not going to be able to recharge now because it's nighttime. I'm not building a battery early because that's a mistake. Oh, you need fuel to be able to take off, don't you? Yeah. I mean, how many shuttles do we have? Maybe we don't need that immediately. We have 1 more rocket. Okay. We'll think about it. I mean, right now we're just waiting for the nighttime to end, I guess. Which is fine. This isn't a horrible place for a colony. It could be worse. Dust Devil is going to kick up a lot of dust, but that's mostly out of the way. So I'm okay with that too. You are recharging. Which is why one of these guys isn't getting any power. And we're good to go. Alright. Go down here. Pick up the, you know what? Pick up the metal polymer. What the hell? And bring it back here. I don't think that'll stretch the metal deposit. And you know what? Then I probably should have said here to here. Because that should touch both of them now. Okay, went for the polymers first. That makes sense. Okay, we got farms first thing. So theoretically, we don't need to have hydroponic farms at all. I say theoretically because I don't know what the hell I'm doing most of the time. Now these little dust devils, I mean they are dust devils. If you ever had a dust devil near you, they're actually not that bad. They're a little scary. If you ever watched the movie Twister, there's this story they like to tell. I think they tell it like 2 or 3 times in the movie, where this guy is basically going to the bathroom, basically just unzipped his fly and started pissing into a dust devil because he was drunk, I think. And then, because they're storm chasers, is the whole reason for the story. And yeah, so basically that leads you to not appreciate how dangerous some of these things are. This dust devil wouldn't even pick you up. At some point, I think the piss splashes into his face. He gets really mad at the dust devil.
Resources are low.
And so then he throws a beer bottle, and the way they tell it, it never touched the ground. I mean, eventually it would, because dust devils don't last very long. But my point of that story, dust devils are not really all that dangerous. If they're measured on the F scale at 1, they're like at all rather, they're like a 1. So it's not too bad. Mostly in this game anyway, dust devils just mainly deteriorate your base a little bit because, well, they spread dust around. That's how they measure deterioration, mostly. It's 56% on the autonomous sensors, and then we can probably disassemble these sensors and put them anywhere. Well, we can leave them there. Doesn't really matter where they are. But with 3 sensors up, that should speed this along quite a bit, I hope. Alright, we get some meteor drops because meteors are at max. Just exploring around. Okay, there's actually, I didn't even realize, there's a topography difference here. Okay, so that means this is higher, or at least, yeah, these are higher
Sector scan.
than here. That's okay. That means here will probably be better. Well, sensor tower boost, which I don't care about, but the wind turbine boost should be decent around here. So if we wanted to switch to wind turbines early on, that's a possibility. It might be worth it. Yeah, just the dust devil. It's like a parent and a child. Yeah, parent and 2 children is what that looks like. They might have been merged. Usually happens in real life with dust devils. Is they merge into a larger tornado. I don't know, the air pressure on Mars is such that I don't know how often that would happen. Alright, so yeah, this is what happens at max dust devils, is that there's a lot of interesting little guys around. 4 building's not working, yeah, because it's freaking nighttime and all the power cabling went to sleep. Do we have any metals for you to grab? Are we actually done with that already? At least for now. It does look like it. Huh, that's unfortunate. A little bit too early. Oh, no, there's some metals up there. Go ahead and grab the stuff up here. I don't know why I didn't grab it before. No more metals anywhere, huh? Nope, that's it. Underground metals, which is good, but we'll have to wait for these to pop. At some point, we'll have to decide when it's appropriate to do a passage. We're going to need it fairly soon.
Sector scanned.
Because the Explorer is going to run out of stuff to explore on this little plateau we're on. Not to mention the higher plateau. Might be worth it to go down, but I don't know. Like, this would be like our power generation colony.
Research complete.
Then we go down here. Okay, autonomous sensors, thank you. So, for research, yeah, I'm not sure wild about low-G turbines. We don't have the polymer production for it yet. Productivity training is okay. Water reclamation is okay. Hydroshock evaporators is okay. Again, polymers for that. Wood of fuel compression. Does help with the cargo space. And sure, we'll do Explorer AI. We don't actually have an Explorer yet, but we're going to get one. It's definitely going to happen. And we need it for this. Yeah, current research. Discover new tech, which is okay, but not that great. And I don't know what that is. One of these is breakthrough. I think this might be breakthrough here. I'm not sure. Or it could be random. Yeah, it might be random. A chance to be like a deposit or something. If actually this ends up being a deposit, that would actually be pretty good. If it's not a water deposit. Though we could need a water deposit. I don't know. Where are we going to put water? We don't have a lot of room, do we? Used to spreading out a little bit. This is a little cramped. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Oh, more anomalies found. That's not surprising. There we go. That's the breakthrough one. So yeah, the eyeball is the random one. Really? Yeah, it's an eyeball. That's definitely an eyeball. So the key is unlock part of the tech tree so you don't have to build your way to it. And this is just current research. Okay. I will try to remember. I mean, it's been like 60 episodes and I don't remember this, so hard to tell if I'm going to remember later on. Okay, well, the sensors are now working 24/7 because now they're autonomous. Looks like the dust devils like to congregate down in the valley, so maybe we just leave the valley alone. I'm building a passage here. No, that's a lot of passage. I don't know, that's a lot of resources. Building up to here, though, might not be bad. Let's see what the resources are like. Definitely seem to get more meteors on, like, the left side of the map. Along the west. Not sure what that's all about.
Sector scanned.
Okay, that's a lot of metal. Oh, okay. Huh. Well, now, that's actually better than this, right? Though it is spread out. But both of those deposits... Actually, are both... No, okay, this one's lighter. Still, though... Okay, well, if we get this guy out of the way... Well, the dump rock's in the wrong spot. I can move the dump rock, though. Totally move the dump rock. We haven't really scanned over here too much, but... I think that if we move the dump rock... Say we move it over here. Still in range of you, I think. So... Put the dump rock over here. Kind of out of the way. We could always move the power cabling. That's doable. If I remove these, let me go ahead and actually go to salvage and click on all of these things here. So then they'll move those, and then they'll move the dump rock for me. Okay, so then it's still going to be 2 domes to get up there. One there, one here. Maybe like one here. And that's our 3. I think the passages can move that far. Yeah, that might work. So basically we're going to wait until the concrete basically exhausts this entire area. Yeah, that could work. That could work. We're going to be waiting a long time because the battery... We should make at least 1 battery, right? Okay, we'll make a battery. What the hell? I'll do it. I think we're sticking around here, so it's not a horrible idea to make a battery right here. There you go. Eventually, when the drones are moving the dump rock. Yeah. Okay, and then a wind turbine up here wouldn't be the worst thing. Probably not right now. The thing is, that's machine parts, right? We need machine parts for making the concrete extractor. So let's not go crazy. Okay, I think right now we're overproducing on power, so that's got to go to the battery anyway. Of course, it does require polymer, so that pretty much put a timer on our pre-colony build-up here. Actually, all this does is speed us up. That was a mistake. Power that off. We're going to need it eventually, but if I power it off, we don't think it needs maintenance anymore.
Cable fault reported.
So we'll just leave it there. It's not going to gather power. It's not going to do anything. Cable fault. Oh. Okay, that's like on 3 different spots. Yeah, on 3 different spots. Holy smokes. I'm going to guess that was a dust devil that popped up that I didn't see. Not sure what would have caused that. Alright, so this is not a horrible spot for a colony then. I mean, the water situation is going to be interesting. So we're going to need moisture evaporators for sure. We have one prefab. We're going to need more. Alright, so in that case, I'm going to do something a little bit different for this colony and for this particular series. Is that I'm going to jump ahead. We're going to sit right here and basically wait until this concrete is pretty much exhausted. That's going to take a little while because, of course, the power is going to have to go out every single day. So that's going to probably bring us to like Sol 20 or something like that. So we're going to jump time between episodes. And in the meantime, thank you for watching. This has been Surviving Mars. I'm Piece Universe here, Piece Universe 2, and I'll see you guys next time.